Problema kasi natin, hindi kung kaya ba ng budget natin o kaya ng mga tao natin yun. It's whether or not that we can do it with the current political and economic state that we have now, and whether or not we can justify such expenses while we cannot provide for the basic needs of the people. Kailangan talaga natin i-prioritize yung rising fuel prices, rising electricity bills, yung problema natin sa transportation sector, and also posible yung magiging issues natin with employment. So there are plenty more things that we have to prioritize instead of starting a space program.
Sir, sinabi ng Pangulo sa kanyang SONA, ano ang plano sa rocket launch program? Your comment on this, sir? Kailangan ba mas pagtuunan ng pansin na lamang yung mass transport system ng bansa?
Actually, yun yung pinakakailangan natin. We have to, hindi lang na, not just new transportation systems, we have to fix the already existing transportation we have now. Yung transportation sector natin, it will not survive the current gas prices. At sobrang hirap gumawa ng mga bagong proyekto while we're facing economic instability. Yung space programs, rocket programs, posible naman yan because it was done by China and India when they were facing when they also had poor economic performances back then. Doon sila nag-umpisa. They started from scratch, and it's not like during the Cold War na everything, space exploration is something new. Now, nakita natin na may mga ibang bansa na gagawa na nila yun, and there's already a framework for creating the beginning of a space program. Pero ang problema kasi natin, hindi kung kaya ba ng budget natin o kaya ng mga tao natin yun. It's whether or not that we can do it with the current political and economic state that we have now, and whether or not we can justify such expenses while we cannot provide for the basic needs of the people. Kailangan talaga natin i-prioritize yung rising fuel prices, rising electricity bills, yung problema natin sa transportation sector, and also posible yung magiging issues natin with employment. So there are plenty more things that we have to prioritize instead of starting a space program.
Ito ay inihahayag ng ating pamahalaan patungkol sa Paksilika dahil kung sino man po yung ibang mayroong issue patungkol sa di umano magiging problema sa supply ng tubig, sa supply ng kuryente, lahat pong ito ay isinasaalang-alang ng pamahalaan.
Ano po yung tugon ng palasyo doon sa calls to stop the Paksilika project over issues po ng electricity use, water use, as well as yung hindi daw po na-coordinate doon sa mga local stakeholders doon sa site?
Actually, kaya nga po ito ay inihahayag ng ating pamahalaan patungkol sa Paksilika dahil kung sino man po yung ibang mayroong issue patungkol sa di umano magiging problema sa supply ng tubig, sa supply ng kuryente. Lahat pong ito ay isinasaalang-alang ng pamahalaan.
So hindi pa siya done deal because as far as we are concerned, this will be part of the Luzon Economic Corridor that has already been agreed upon even during the Biden administration when President Marcos flew to Washington, D.C. So ibig sabihin po, hindi pa final yung Paksilika project. May chance pa po na hindi ito ituloy ng Marcos administration? Ganun po ba?
May chance po na mabago ang ibang mga provisions. Kung ano po yung maaari pang mas maging maganda ang idulot sa ating mga kababayan, sa bansang Pilipinas, and of course, sa mga partners, yun naman po ay isasaalang-alang.
Last from my end on Paksilika, this kind of message, hindi po ba magsisend siya ng worry towards investors that the President has been trying to court towards the country because it creates uncertainty na meron ng ganitong project but apparently hindi pa po cast in stone yung ibang provisions?
Hindi naman po dahil ngayon po ay talagang inaayos natin. Again, sa may mga issues patungkol po dito, mas maganda po makipag-usap po tayo sa mga concerned agencies patungkol po sa Paksilika para kung anuman ang inyong mga naiisip na magiging problema, ito po ay mabigyan ng solusyon.
Yung mas problematic for me is yung fact na hindi Philippine laws ang mag-a-apply sa loob ng compound ng Paksilika. So, i-implicate dito yung Constitution. And therefore, kung magkakaroon man ng Paksilika, Marcos will have to force a constitutional revision, especially on the provision ng military bases na dapat magkaroon muna ng referendum or plebiscite.
Your thoughts on this Pax Silica project of America in Philippine soil, Dr. Loha?
Okay. I think the terms are under negotiation, so wala talaga tayong concrete basis for any analysis na magiging based on the blueprint or the black and white print ng agreement. But based dun sa mga discussions ng mga government officials and others na interested sa topic, I see three very troubling aspects of Pax Silica. The first one is yung 99 years na lease na magkakaroon ng control ang US sa territory na yon, in the sense na American laws or not
99
Filipino
years,
laws will
mga
apply.
kababayan, 99 years ang gusto ng Amerika. Parang sa Hong Kong noon, di ba, Dr. Loha, naging ano ba yon, 100 years?
Yeah.
Na,
Yes, po.
na hiniram, kumbaga, ng Britain, United Kingdom, sa China as a result of the war nila noon nila sa China. Ngayon, ang gusto ng Amerika dito sa atin, mga kababayan, ay magiging 99 years ang kontrata. What do you think of that, Dr. Loha? 99 years? Wow! Wow!
Yeah. Yung mas problematic for me is yung fact na hindi Philippine laws ang mag-a-apply sa loob ng compound ng Pax Silica. So, i-implicate dito yung Constitution. And therefore, kung magkakaroon man ng Pax Silica, Marcos will have to force a constitutional revision, especially on the provision ng military bases na dapat magkaroon muna ng referendum or plebiscite.
Oh.
Now, why do I say that it is a military? It's not going to be an economic compound, but a military base. Basically, because if you look at the blueprint of Pax Silica, ito yung inadopt ng 11-member original parties. Yung kanyang components ay, first, energy infrastructure. So para siyang supply chain siya na regime na may component na energy infrastructure, critical minerals extraction and processing, advanced manufacturing for semiconductors, AI computational infrastructure, and networks. So itong components na to, saan mo ipapasok yung Philippines? Hindi naman siya pwede sa energy infrastructure. Hindi naman siya pwede sa critical minerals. Meron tayong minerals pero wala tayong yung sinasabing rare earths na kailangan sa AI. Wala din tayong advanced manufacturing ng semiconductors kasi dito, kailangan mo dito ng mga PhDs na population na may mga PhDs talaga.
Highly
Scientific and engineering. Kagaya ng nasa Taiwan or sa Phoenix, Arizona. Hindi rin pwede AI computational infrastructure and networks. So, malamang na ang magiging role nitong area na ito would be for stockpiling. Kasi
Stockpiling.
ang AI kasi na gustong gawin ng US is not necessarily for civilian use. Ang mas importante sa yung military application ng AI because yung competition nila with China is fueled by a military strategic goal. Hindi naman basically just an economic goal. Parang actually what is driving the Chinese AI is also a military goal naman na maging advance yung kanilang military capabilities using AI. And nagkakaroon lang siya ng dual use yung civilian use. The same naman sa Japan, ganun din yung kanilang military architecture. Nagkaroon ng dual use yung kanilang mga corporations or mga manufacturing companies. For instance, Mitsubishi, gagawa sila ng civilian vehicles pero mabilis sila makaka-shift to military vehicles or military equipment. Yun ang nag-drive ng Chinese AI. And here, itong project ng Pax Silica, meron talaga siyang military component na hindi lang masyadong sinasabi sa Pilipinas kasi tayo yung pinaka-apektado. So, that's the one problematic. So, second problematic. For that reason, kailangan mo ulit ng constitutional revision. And finally, kung magkakaroon ka ng corporation or any enterprise na mag-ooperate within the Pax Silica compound na walang jurisdiction ng Philippine laws, therefore, yung corporation na yan, 100% foreign. Walang Filipino component. Otherwise, mayroon talaga tayong say doon sa taxation and everything. So, yun na ulit, babangga sa Constitution. And for that reason, mag-require ulit ng constitutional revision. So, Pax Silica would be the motivation for a constitutional revision under Marcos.
Con us.
Yes,
Yes,
constitutional
they will
assembly.
try to amend the Constitution for this. Because